Hi everyone, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet, and today we are going to be learning how to do this beautiful shell stitch shawl. And the one that you see in the picture on Facebook and the one that will be uploaded onto YouTube, so you'll be seeing a thumbnail, is done in a peach, I think it's called, actually it is called coral, in Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. I don't have any more of that because I used it all to make that shawl that I made for my mom. But I do have this shawl here that I made that I can actually show you. I actually did it in, hi Isabel, I actually did it in mosaic colors. So I did it light, light, dark, dark. And then at the end here we have the Solomon knot. So today I'm going to show you how to do the shell stitch for the shawl. And then I'm also going to show you how to do the Solomon knot on the end. So first off, let me just let you know, I already said hi to someone on here. In case you're on YouTube later after I upload this, I am on Facebook Live, so you might hear me talking to people. I'm not talking to myself. I am talking to people who are on Facebook Live. Please like, share, and subscribe. As I've mentioned before, I am not that far off from having 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and if you know anything about that, you can't get any of their community you can't get any of their community things or whatever until you actually reach 1,000 subscribers. So that is the big mark to get to for YouTube. And I'm trying to be more consistent because that is really how you get the viewers on there. But then I can also monetize and do other things. So please, if you haven't yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that bell, and if you're on Facebook and you don't like YouTube, that's fine too. I started here on Facebook, but just please hit, they have a notify me button on your, as you're watching a video either on your computer or on your phone that lets you know when my videos come live. Okay, so enough of that hoo-ha. Oh, and by the way, I am going to do a huge giveaway when we get to 1,000 subscribers. So, I am using a 5mm hook or a size H. That is what I used for my shawls. There is a hair. Sorry, it's on my phone. It was driving me nuts. Okay, so yeah, 5mm hook. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need a darning needle, and you can use any yarn that you want. If you want to do this mosaic kind, which I'll just raise up my camera if I can, just a little bit here. Well, see my messy desk. But if you wanted to do this, the mosaic, where kind of like if you saw my video for Mosaic Granny Square, you're just going lighter to lighter to darker to darker to darker. So if you want to do that, pick your colors accordingly, whatever colors you want to use, and then you just go lightest, and I would suggest using a white in the beginning, and then just go lighter and lighter for yellows, greens, pinks, blues, whatever you want to use to make a beautiful shawl. Okay, if you want to do the mosaic thing, all you're doing is changing colors as you go along. Now, as far as the measurements for this shawl, I haven't measured it, but basically what I did was, and this will just be a guide for you as you go along, I did it where it hung when I tried it on myself, and these are to be given away to other people, but I tried it on myself. But think about the height of the other person that you're making it for. Whoever you're making it for, height makes a difference. Because when I made it, I measured it to where it came all the way down past my bottom, and on my shoulders, it reached all the way down to my elbows. So that is the length that I used for mine. So the tip, that would be right down here of your shawl, went past my bottom and down maybe even a little bit past that. And then these sides over here, this is going to be what comes around your neck and over your shoulders. This will right here, the very beginning, that went down to my elbows. So that's just an idea, but you can just keep going and going. You can make it all the way down to your feet if you wanted to. So whatever you want to do for this, that's all really the measurements I can give you, because it really does depend on the person. Because if you've got someone who's 6 foot tall that you're making this for, then, you know, it's going to be quite a bit longer. So just keep all that in mind. Okay, so we're going to start off first. I'm going to move this out of the way. And we're going to start off first with learning how to do the actual shell stitch pattern for this shawl. It's pretty easy once you get it going. It is a 2 repeat. So that means you're going to be repeating 2 rows over and over and over again. So just so you know that. And then after I get done showing you how to do this, with the little swatch that we make in this video, I'm going to show you how to make the Solomon knot. Okay, and both of these are pretty easy, and I think that anyone who knows how to crochet can do that. If you don't know how to do any of the stitches in this video, please look for all my beginner videos. And I'm just lowering my camera down. This is my workspace for paint and everything, so I'm sorry there's paint on my board. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to start with a slip knot here. And then we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And if you're interested in the color I'm using, I'm sorry, I've lost the little cover, but it is an ombre, but it's not the peachy color, that coral color. It's more like a pink, a bright pink, okay? But they sell it at Walmart. Okay, so we chain 6. And then we're going to double crochet into the first chain from the hook. So right in here, we're going to do a double crochet. Okay. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to double crochet again into the same chain space. Like that. Then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do a treble. So we're going to wrap the yarn around our hook twice, go into the same chain space here, pull up, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. Okay, and that right there, this little itty bitty thing, is what's going to make the shawl huge. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, we're going to turn our work, and we're going to single crochet right into this the top of this first stitch right here. Okay, we're going to go right into there, and we're going to do 1 single crochet. Then in this next available space right here, we're going to put 7 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And you can move these over if you need to, okay? Now we did our 7 double crochets, and then we're going to single crochet in this second stitch where we did the chain 3 from before. So in this chain of 3 right here, we're going to find the second stitch, and we're going to single crochet. So I'm finding that second stitch right there of our 3, do a single crochet. And then in this next space right here, we're going to do 7 double crochets. Six and 7. Hi Rita, how are you doing? Hi Denise. Okay, so I did my 7 double crochet into that space, and then we're going to move these over, just squish them over as far as you can. Okay, squish those over, and we're going to count up here to 5. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And right in here, we're going to put a single crochet. And this is to anchor our shell stitch on the side. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then we're going to turn our work. Then we're going to put a double crochet right into this first available stitch right here. Then we're going to chain 5 because we're going to skip over the shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Then right in between these two shells, we're going to put a V-stitch. So we're going to double crochet, chain 1, and do another double crochet. And because this is the tip top of our shawl, the part that hangs down at the back, like I said, that went over the bottom area, we're going to do a chain of 3 because we want to give it a point. So we've done our V-stitch. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to do another V-stitch. So we're going to double crochet into that same spot, chain 1, and then do another double crochet. Now we need to get over this shell stitch right here, so we're going to chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're going to turn this on its side because you want to find the last previous stitch of the shell stitch. The last double crochet in this line would be right there. But it's easier when you're looking at it this way, it's hard to see, but when you turn it on the side, you can actually see all the top of the V's. So I know I want to go in right here, okay? So I'm going to double crochet into this last V right there. Then I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to do a treble crochet. So I'm going to wrap my yarn around my hook twice, go into that same spot, pull my yarn up, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. If you don't know how to do a treble crochet, I have a whole video on how to do those, okay? All right, so that is the beginning there. This is what it looks like. This is us starting out here on our shawl, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn our work again, and we're going to single crochet into this first available spot. And you're going to start noticing the pattern now, okay? So right here in this space right here, I'm going to start doing my 7 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we're at where we did our chain of 5 before, and we need to anchor this down. So I want you to count over the shell stitch from before. We're going to count over to our 4th double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and in the 4th, I want you to go over this chain of 5 and do a single crochet right into there. So we're working over that, bringing this up, and doing a single crochet, okay? Then we're going to find our next V-stitch, the one right here, and we're going to put 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Then I'm going to find the second stitch in this chain of 3 and do a single crochet. Okay, then I'm going to go into this next V-stitch and do 7 double crochets. Five, 6, and 7. Okay, and then we need to again anchor this down, so we're going to count over to our 4th double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and going over our chain of 5 from previously, we're going to single crochet. Then we need to work into this last space here, and we're going to put 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we need to move all of this over, remember, and we're going to count up 5 and single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right here. We're going to put our single crochet. Okay? Then this is what it looks like so far. Okay, and I don't know if you're starting to see a pattern, but I just want to do several rows with you so that you can see how it's done. But now what we're going to do is we're going to start on our V-stitch round. Okay, so what there is there's 2 repeat rounds. So it's a V-stitch round and then it's a shell stitch round. Okay, so I'm going to show you right now basically is when you're really going to start noticing that, because we've already started with everything and we've done everything. So now we're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because we're doing a V-stitch round. So then we're going to turn our work, and then we're going to put a double crochet right here in this first available spot, or stitch rather. Okay, so there we go. Then we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to skip over this shell, and we're going to go right into this space right here, and we're going to do another V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Okay, then we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and now we're right here at the top, and when we get at the top we have to do our 2 V-stitches with the chain 3 in between. So we're going to go right in here, do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, so there's our V-stitch. Then we need to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then do another V-stitch. So go in for another double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. All of that into that same spot right there. Then you're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to find this next space in between these shell stitches, and you're going to do a V-stitch. So we're going to double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Then you're going to again chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to find your last available stitch here for double crochet, so turn it on its side so you can see. Then you're going to go right in there and do a double crochet, chain 1, and then do a treble crochet. Go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. Okay, and that is how you do the V-stitch round. Okay, Now to do the shell stitch round, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, do a single crochet into the first available spot, and in this space right here, you're going to put 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then you're going to go to the 4th double crochet of this shell stitch of the in your previous row. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to work over that chain of 5 and do 1 single crochet. Then you're going to find your next V-stitch and do 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then you need to find the 4th double crochet again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to single crochet into there above the chain of 5. And now we're back up here at the top, so we need to put 7 double crochets in this next available spot here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So there's our 7 double crochets, and then we need to find the second chain here of our chain of 3 and do a single crochet. Okay, then you're going to go into your next V-stitch, which is right here, and you're going to work 7 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and again we need to find the 4th double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a single crochet in there, and then find your next V-stitch, which is right here, and put 7 more double crochets. Okay, so there's our 7, and again we're going to find the 4th double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 from our previous round, go over the chain of 5 and put a single crochet. And now we're down at our bottom here, and we need to put 7 double crochets into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, then you're going to move that over. You're going to count up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go right in over here, do a single crochet, and that means we're done with, we single crochet there, so we're done with that shell stitch round. So I hope you guys, the few that are watching, I hope that makes sense. Do you think y'all need any more to see the Because I hate it when you're watching a YouTube video and, you know, they're doing a great job, don't get me wrong. And they show you how to do it, but they don't do it for very long. And so then you're like, really? Now it's gotten bigger. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. But maybe I'll just do another 2 rounds just to make sure that you guys know what's going on. But yeah, that's the repeat. So we'll do it one more time. And then if my hands can not be numb, and then I'll show you how to do the Solomon knot. Okay, so thank you, Isabel. So let's do it again. I'm gonna show you how to do the V-stitch round. So we did the shell round. Now we're gonna do the V-stitch round. So the way we do that is we're going to chain up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we turn our work. And then right in this first available spot, we're going to put a double crochet. Okay, then we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to find the spot right in between our shell stitches there, and we're going to put a V-stitch. So we're going to double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Then we're going to, again, we're going to hop over this shell stitch. So this is going to be the same for each round, but as you go, obviously it's going to get bigger and bigger. So you're going to have more V-stitches, you're going to have more chains of 5, and you're going to have more shells. So chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go to the next space in between here and put a V-stitch. So double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Then chain 5 to get you right back up to the top here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And remember, when you get up to the tippy top in the middle of these shells, you have to do 2 V-stitches with chain 3 in between. So we're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then right in that same spot, do another V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. And now we need to work down the other side. So we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go into our next available stitch in between the shell stitches here and put a V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. So by the end of the shawl, if you don't know how to do a V-stitch, there might be a problem. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, chain 5 again to work over our next shell. Get in between these here, do another V-stitch, then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And for the end of this round, for the V-stitch round, we turn these over on our sides, look for our last available double crochet stitch here, put a double crochet, chain 1, and then a treble in that same spot. Okay, and that's how you end the V-stitch round. Then you chain 1, this is for the shell, turn your work, put a single crochet into our first available spot right here, and then in this, right here in this space right here, you're going to work 7 double crochets. Okay, and then again you're going to find the 4th double crochet from the shell stitch from before. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, put your single crochet right in there, right over the chain of 5. Go into your next V-stitch and do 7 more double crochet to make your shell. And remember, you can move these over if you need to, and you will need to, especially if you're using a bulkier yarn. Okay, and again, finding my 4th double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4, single crochet, find my next V-stitch, do 7 double crochets. Now, have you guys heard of the Solomon knot or the love knot that are on here? Have y'all ever heard of it before or done it before? It is really one of my favorite stitches, and it makes such a lovely border, and that's what we're going to learn how to do next. Again, finding my 4th double crochet and putting a single crochet there. Now we're up at the tippy top. So we're going to find our V-stitch and put 7 double crochets. I did the Solomon knot stitch a long time ago. I ran across it in a pattern, and I did it for a baby blanket, well, a toddler blanket more, and it was just so pretty. And then I just kind of forgot about it, and then when I was making these shawls, I thought, oh, that would be so pretty for a shawl, and then I picked it back up again. So I wanted to show you guys. So we're going into our next, sorry, I started running my mouth. So just so you know, we're in our shell stitch round. We're at the tippy top, and we need to put a single crochet in the 2nd stitch here of that chain of 3, and then we need to go into the next V-stitch and do 7 double crochets. So finding the 4th double crochet from before, do a single crochet, then find my next V-stitch and do 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then again, finding the 4th double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, do a single crochet there, go into your next, do 7 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm so glad you like it, Rita. 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then again, find our 4th double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, put our single crochet there to anchor that down, and then our last 7 go down here at the very end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. My hands are going numb, so it's The yarn's getting away from me. Okay, then push these all the way over and then count up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and do a single crochet right here to anchor this down. Okay. So that is what it looks like, and it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and tie this off. Of course you wouldn't. You would just keep going. And then I'm going to show you how to do the Solomon's knot. I didn't have to do that, but whatever. Okay. I'm having issues today. Isabel is asking me, when are you going to do your new granny square? Are you talking about my Irish stitch flower? Is that the one you're talking about? Because I did a piece granny square in my last video. So I shared a picture of my Irish stitch, and I will, as a matter of fact, if you give me just a minute, I'll go grab it real quick. I didn't bring it, then I'll show you before we get started on the Solomon knot. Okay, that's what she was talking about. Sorry for running away. So she's talking about this, I think. And that's my Irish stitch flower, and that will be my next tutorial. Hopefully I'll be able to get on that tomorrow or the next day. And yeah, this is fun. This is fun to do. So I can't wait to show you. But anyway, let's get on to the Solomon's knot. Okay, first of all, you did not, when you get done, you don't have to cut off. I don't know why I did that. You can just turn your work and start with it. But, oh well, I did it. So, moving on. So, we're going to go all the way down here. And we're going to bring in, I'm going to go into this very first stitch. And I'm going to bring in my yarn. But hopefully, unlike me, there's really no need to tie off, and you can just turn your work and start from there. Okay. So what we're going to be doing to make the Solomon knot, now we know how to do our shell stitch shawl. And a lot of people like to do border videos separately, but I thought it would be cool, just an all-in video for you to know how to do the actual project and the border. Okay. So what you're going to do is, you've either cut off like me and you can put another color in too if you wanted to. If you wanted to do your border in another color, you could. Okay, but anyway, so now what we're going to do is we've put our yarn in, we've got it all set, and we're going to pull up about this far. Now, this is going to determine how loose or how tight this Solomon knot is, or love knot, whatever you want to call it. Okay. But I'm going to do mine probably about right there. And you're going to understand this in just a minute. And then I'm going to yarn over and pull through. And I'm going to hold this with my thumb just like I just did. Because I'm going to go right in between this space right here. Pull up my yarn and do a single crochet. Okay. Then I'm going to go up that same amount as I did before, trying my best to keep it as equal as I can. I'm going to hold my thumb here again, pull my yarn through, and then again go right through this space to do a single crochet. And this is the beginning of our Solomon knot. Now I'm going to show you how to do that a bunch more times, so don't worry. Okay, so now we're going to go right into this space in between our shells, and we're going to put a single crochet. Okay, so then that Solomon knot is just going right over that shell. Okay, then we're going to again do another one. So we're going to pull up our yarn, trying to keep it pretty equal as we did the last one. You're going to place your thumb right here, because this is the thing, okay? When I first learned how to do this, this is where I got messed up. I pulled it through, and then I would try to go through here, and it just, look, it doesn't work, okay? So this is why it's important to place your thumb where I'm telling you to place it. So you pull it up, put your thumb here, you pull your work through like this, because you're wanting to go through this space. And that, when you're placing your thumb there, it allows it to stay open for you, okay? So then you put your hook through, pull up, and do a single crochet, okay? Then you again pull up your yarn, hold your thumb here, pull that through, and do another single crochet, okay? And right now it doesn't look like much, but it's going to look really pretty after we do a couple rounds of this, okay? And there's just a few changes as we go along. It's no big deal. So again, in between our shells, we're going to find this next space right here, right in between, and we're going to do another single crochet. Then we're going to do another Solomon's knot. So we're going to pull up our yarn, go through that first loop there, but then hold it with your thumb and go back through that space and do a single crochet. Okay, and then again, pull up your yarn, go through, holding with your thumb, go through that space, pull up, and do a single crochet. Just like that. Oh, yay. Isabel's learning a new stitch. I'm so glad. I love it when people learn new stuff. Okay, so then we find our next space in between these shell stitches, and we do a single crochet. Then we pull up, holding with our thumb, go through there, do a single crochet, pull up again, pull through, do another single crochet, and you're just going to keep doing that all the way down. Of course, your shawl will be much bigger. This is just what we made doing our video here. So then we're going to get up to the very top, and we're just going to keep doing the same thing right in between there. We're going to do a single crochet, and again another Solomon's knot. Now it takes a couple of these rows for you to start seeing what indicates the Solomon's knot or the love knot is actually 4 corners. So right here we've just got this one tippy top here. So that's what we're going to be working into to make this, it looks kind of like a flower. Okay, so that was way too big. See, look at that. So that is the thing. You want to try to make them equal, but you're just going to keep doing this all the way down to the very end, and I'll show you what to do. And that's really, I think, the hardest part of this stitch right here is just trying to learn how to keep them as equal as you possibly can. But I think it's just fun. It's easy on my hands too. It's not real tedious, but it's pretty. So I'm just kind of going slow so you can see how I'm doing this. Going into our next available stitch, doing a single crochet, pulling up for our Solomon knot, go through this space, holding your thumb, do a single crochet, pull up, hold again, just like that. And guys, I just want to let you know, it is getting summertime. I will be camping a lot and doing stuff with the family and things, so my videos won't be quite as often. I will try to do several before I go on any kind of camping trip. but summertime is hard because, you know, crochet is a lot of times a winter type thing. So if you guys have any ideas, please let me know. Okay, Isabel's asking, I'm going to make a shawl like this for sure. Do you know if there's a way to do the shell for an Afghan? Oh, absolutely. I actually have a video, Isabel. It's on YouTube and on Facebook Live. When we get done with this, I will link it under this because I have a shell stitch. It's more of a square. It's a granny. It's a shell stitch granny square. You can look for it too, but I'm going to post it when we get done with this video in the comments so you can see it, and it'll make a shawl. I mean, not a shawl. It'll make you know, a square so you can make a blanket out of it. Okay, so we're going to go to our next stitch, and again, remember, we're just working down with the same thing, going all the way down. So pull up, go through here, do a single crochet, pull your yarn up, hold your thumb there, pull the yarn through that first loop, then go through here, do a single crochet. And now we're at the very end. So all we're going to do here is at the very end is we're going to single crochet right there. Okay, that's all we're going to do. A single crochet. Now this is the only change up when you're doing this. When you're going to turn your work, you're going to start off with 3 knots, okay, instead of the 2. So we're going to pull up our yarn, go through our first loop there, then go through again for a single crochet, holding our thumb there, then again, trying to make it equal. And then for this one, just one more time, we're going to go up, go through, okay? Then you're going to turn your work, all right? And then you're going to find the very tip of the first Solomon knot that you did. So we're going to be going right into here, and we're going to be working another Solomon's knot. So you're going to go right into here and put a single crochet. Okay. Then you're going to continue on like you did before with just the 2. So there's 1 knot, and there's 2. Then you're going to find the point of your next Solomon knot right up here at the very top, and you're going to single crochet, and again the 2 knots that you need. There's 1 and then 2. And then again, find your next your top to your next knot there, do a single crochet, pull up your yarn, and do another 2 right here. There's 1 and then 2. And that's what you're doing. That's what it looks like right there. Okay. So again, I'm just finding the very, so like right here is the middle. We're going to go right into the middle and do a single crochet. And pull up your yarn and do another 2 knots. And if sometimes they do get away from you, get a little long, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. So again, finding the middle here. And this is the hard thing is, and when I was making this up, because it's not like, I mean, I just made the Solomon knot pattern. I didn't make the Solomon knot, obviously. Someone wonderful else did that. But I did make it specifically to go around this shell stitch. So, like Isabel was saying, she wants to do an actual blanket with this shell stitch, and you can do that with the video I'm going to post below with the it's like a granny square shell stitch. You can do that, but it's going to be different because I'm skipping over these spaces. So when you go to do that, you're going to have to find how many you want to skip to make that work. Okay, so I'm going, but anyways, make sure that when you're working this pattern for this shell stitch, that you're finding the tip top and not the middle here, because I did that before by accident. I was going into the middle. So make sure you're finding the very tip of the middle and doing a single crochet there. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so again, I'm jumping over this. I don't want to go into this. I want to go into the middle of my previous Solomon knot here. So I'm going to go right in the middle there. And do a single crochet. Pull up. Hold my thumb there, go through, pull up again, go through. And you're just doing that all the way down. And now we've come to our last one. And what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet right here into the middle. But to end it, just like we began it, we're going to do 3 knots. So we're going to go up for 1, and then 2, and then 3. Okay, and this time what we're going to do is we're going to go right here, right where we did this previous Solomon knots before, and we're going to go right under it, right where we brought that in, and we're going to do a single crochet. Now this is the only time, because really this goes in 3s. So if you wanted to do it longer, you could, but you would need to follow this pattern exactly the way I'm telling you. So at this point you would cut off, which is kind of strange, but the reason you're doing that is because you need to go into the top. Okay, so I'm just going to pull that through because I want to turn my work now that I did that, and I want to go right into the very top right here. Okay, of my previous round. So I'm going to pull my color back through. I'm going to do a single crochet to pull that through, and then I'm going to start doing the 2 again. Okay, so I'm going to do my first slip knot, pull up, and then again I'm going to go right over and find the middle. So I'm skipping all this jazz right here, and it can get a little confusing. Just remember you're looking for the middle V, okay, because it looks kind of like a little V here. You're finding the middle there, okay, and then you're going to put a single crochet, and you're going to do the 2 knots again, just like we were doing previously. So the only time we did the 3 was from before, okay, in the previous round. So again, I'm just going along, and I'm finding the very tips there to work the 2 knots. Again, I'm skipping over this and finding the tip top of this one over here. And this is when you really start noticing the pretty pattern. Can you all see the flower? It looks like a little flower in between there. And you really need those 3 rows to be able to see it. Can you see it? The flower? It's beautiful. Okay, and to get that, you really need to follow. I mean, if you just wanted to do the Solomon knot over and over again, you can do whatever you want. But to really be able to see that flower, you really need the 3 rows. Okay. So again, I'm making sure that I'm not going into all this right here. I'm finding the tip of my next one, and I'm doing a single crochet and then doing another Solomon's knot. 1 and 2. And then again, finding the tip of my next one. Doing a single crochet, pulling up, just like this. So you're just working all the way down. And the more you practice this stitch, the easier it'll get. Sometimes it can get a little bit confusing because you're dealing with a lot of loops and different things, but just do what I'm telling you to and it'll turn out perfect. Okay, so skip this again. Remember, you're going to the very tippy top here. And that one got a little big on me, but like I said, it's not the end of the world. And then I'm right here in this last one here, and this is the way it's going to end. Okay, because see, look, you can see the little flower there. All you need to do is go over that. Okay, so you really just want to go right into here and do a single crochet, and that ends this beautiful Solomon knot pattern. Okay, just like that. And then you can cut off, work in all your ends, or you can do another 3 rows, but remember, you really want to do it in the consecutive 3 that I showed you so that you can get the flower that you can see there. And it really is a beautiful border. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate all you guys talking to me, and thank you, Isabel. Thank you. It's nice to know that you understood what I was saying. And my next video, I promise, is going to be this beautiful Irish stitch flower that I turned into a granny square. It's a yarn eater, but it is a lot of fun. If you wanted to have this type of a mosaic type look, you really need to have the light colors in the middle. So if you want to do it exactly the way that I did, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I used white for the middle, a very pale pink, then a little bit darker pink, and then a darker pink, and then that color is used for the back of the granny square. This is intricate. It's not easy to do, I'm not gonna lie, but as I say in every video, I think if you know how to do a single crochet and you know the stitches, you can do anything you want to do. So while it may be a tiny bit difficult, you're going to be surprised at how it's I don't know. It's not that hard. You're going to be able to do it. But this is what the back looks like. Okay. So if you did turn this into a blanket, it would be pretty heavy because these flowers are heavy. I would suggest doing like a basic granny square in between these. Thank you for reminding me, Isabel. I'm 40 almost. Not long I'll be 40 years old and I forget everything already. I think I'm going through the change or the early change or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, if you are going to make this into a blanket, and I'm just going to repeat this in my next video, because these flowers are heavy. That's a lot of yarn there. This would make a gorgeous blanket. These white middles would just pop out. But what I would do is do like a mosaic, like my mosaic granny square. I would do a regular one using these same colors, the white, the light, the light, the dark, in one and then do a flower in the other, and oh, it would be so beautiful, and it would just pop. This white in the middle would just pop out at you. Okay, so I'm going to shut up. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. Remember to do all those lovely things that I talked about in this beginning of this video. And happy Tutorial Tuesday, and happy crocheting, guys. Bye-bye.